So I just wonder, as Colombia squeezes down on the drug trafficking that goes on there, and that volume of people and business moves south in countries like Peru, how does Southern Command anticipate changing their mission to work with those other countries as the threat comes from further south?
We're engaged in that right now, is the capsule of that. Let me explain. We have tended over years to treat this as a country-by-country issue for a couple of reasons. One, that's the way governments are structured to address the issue. It's the way we, as a foreign service, as you look at State Department, and the way we interact with other militaries, we do it on a country-by-country, a bilateral basis. So we've tended to treat this issue as a country-by-country issue. And there's a lot of imbalances in that. So we have focused on Colombia, and we've supported a lot of effort to do that. And we've forced some traffickers to do some things. If you went back 7 years ago, most of the air traffic coming out of South America to sometimes directly to the United States, into the Caribbean, and into Central America emanated out of Colombia. Today, because of programs Colombia has put in place, there's almost no traffic, air traffic, coming out of Colombia. But because Venezuela doesn't have a similar program, the traffickers have just moved to Venezuela, and now all the flights come out of Venezuela. Colombia has put an effort into eradicating crops, plus putting a pressure on the drug traffickers as well as the FARC, who are interrelated. They've decreased the amount of cocaine being produced in Colombia. And so what have the traffickers done? They've moved south into Peru. Peru this year, for the first time, now produces the most coca leaf in the world, not cocaine, coca leaf. And they've also moved into Bolivia. Bolivia is growing in that capacity. And now the traffic in drugs is starting to head east in South America, out through Brazil, and south from Bolivia through Paraguay into Argentina, and then to Africa and into Europe. Just to give you an example of what this means in the profit mode, a kilo of cocaine in Colombia sells for about $2,000 a kilo. In the U.S., it's about $20,000 to $40,000 a kilo. In Europe, it's $60,000 to $100,000 a kilo. In the Middle East, it's $100,000 to $140,000 a kilo. You can get pretty good returns on investment with those kind of rates. So the bottom line to that is we're treating it as an enterprise. And every nation is talking about it. Nations are starting to work together to try and figure out how to do this, but this is going to be a long fight. This is kind of like going after crime. We're never going to eliminate crime, but we've got to reduce it to the capability that individual nations and individual sub-regions can handle the issue within their own capacity, and we can communicate better on how to do that. So it is one of those leadership challenges we will all face, because it's how do we work interagency and internationally to solve and address a problem that doesn't respect interagency boundaries and doesn't respect geographic boundaries. But we're on that, we're working it, and that's the way we're going to have to attack.